What's going on, everyone? I hope you guys and gals are having a great week. I wanted to start this video out by giving a huge thank you to my Patreon supporters. I've got a group of people that are helping support what I'm doing. They continue to help me improve, offset my costs, and I try and do as much as I can in return. And that includes exclusive videos, behind the scenes photos, extra videos, writings that I am putting together, things I'm designing like posters. And now if you join in August, I have an exclusive mug and hat that I'm offering for the insider and VIP level. So if you join as an insider, I have the Wander mug that I have put together, and you will receive that in the mail as soon as you sign up. If you join as a VIP, I'll send you the trucker hat. Both of these are August only designs. After August, these products will be gone. So check that out. It's patreon.com/CJmedia. And I appreciate all of that support. Austin Miltonberger, I hope that's how you say it, Austin, thank you. He's one of my latest supporters. I appreciate it so much. It helps me continue to really justify putting the amount of effort I'm putting into these videos, trying to increase the production, all of those things. But it is Monday. I took a day off today, no training. It is taper week, you know, really just taking it easy. Got a lot of things going on this week, so let's get into it. Welcome back to episode 22 of 26 weeks. It is taper time. I took yesterday off. I went to see my doctor, had him work on the Achilles and the calf, a little laser, ART, got adjusted. Feeling pretty good, other than it's always a little bit sore the day after, just because they really get in there and work on it. But I'm gonna take it easy today. I'm gonna do about a 5.5 to 6 mile run, a neighborhood next to mine, knocking off a little more mileage on my Run My City, continuing to cover the streets. And then tonight, hopefully I'll get a little packing done, because I really need to focus on what I need to take. The rest of the week is going to be light. I will probably do a run tomorrow again. Then Thursday will either be a swim and a bike, and Friday the same. Saturday morning, super early, I am headed to Los Angeles International Airport, and I fly to Colorado. So now, let's go get this run done. That was a good run. It was 7 miles, just over 7 miles, 7.12 miles, about an hour and 11 minutes, 10-minute mile pace. I added a little extra on, so running a little behind. No time to do a recap at home, doing it in the car as I head to work. I must say, this Run My City is making my runs go by really fast. It's nice because every day you have a goal, you map it out. I'm loading it on my watch, and I still have my phone for my map, because every once in a while I need to look at a map from a bigger view to make sure I'm going the right direction, while the watch gives you a route. It doesn't necessarily, because it's overlapping so much, because I'm doing so many streets, it doesn't tell you go left here per se. It's just showing you where the route is. So when you get off of it far enough off the route, it will tell you that you're off the route and how far away you are, but it's not telling you that you were supposed to turn left at this route. It just shows that you are still on the route. The great thing about this is time's flying by, because you're doing so much, right? You're looking at your watch, you're checking your phone, and it just makes the runs go by really nice, and you feel really accomplished when you get done with the run, actually, because you get done and you basically have checked off another section of this much bigger goal. So I am really enjoying it. My plan is to get 1 or 2 more sections knocked out before I head to Colorado. Then when I get back and I'm recovered, I'll continue to just work my way through the city. It is Tuesday evening and I am home alone at the moment. I am starting to pack up, trying to figure out what I'm gonna take. what is necessary, what isn't necessary. I have my old list from Transrockies that I used last time I was out there. Now I'm just going through some things. One thing I haven't done is use the hydration vest I have now, which is the Ultimate Direction Scott Jurek 3.0 something. I don't even think they make it anymore. It puts the poles on the front, not on the back, which in one hand is really cool because you can pull those off, your trekking poles, and use them and then put them back without having to take your pack off. My old pack, the Solomon, I used to put them on the back, and I had somebody that I was running with, so they would take them off or put them back on, and that worked okay, and they were out of the way. So I'm a little concerned, so I'm gonna try that on and see how those fit. I wanna make sure they don't rub in the arm or anything like that. Trekking poles, people go back and forth on this, whether you need them for the race or not. I will say day 2 and day 4, when we go to 12,000 and over Hope's Pass, which is famous from Leadville, there is a lot of climbing. And for someone like myself who isn't from altitude and doesn't get to do that much climbing, and someone that has a larger upper body, I would say, so I'm carrying more size, I want to be able to use those muscles, and it helps me stay more upright so I'm not bent over as I'm going up those steep inclines. So I will take my poles. I took them last time I went, and I actually really liked them. Put them away on the downhills and just use them trekking up those steep uphills. I'm not buying new poles for this race. I looked at new poles, and I looked at some of the extending poles, and those seem to be longer. So I bought these Black Diamonds 4 or 5 years ago when I did this race before, and they worked really well. I have no reasons to really replace them, so I'm gonna test those out. So you can see how those mount on the front. They don't seem to be in the way. I was really worried they might chafe under my arm, but they aren't in the way. The straps I might want to tuck underneath so they're not flapping around, but overall they do seem to stay out of the way. I was a little concerned that bending over that these might poke me in the stomach, but they seem to shoot out far enough that that isn't the case. So I think I'm happy with this. Well, I think I have just about everything. I've gone through the checklist. I've got my camping gear, which is my sleeping bag and my sleeping pad, my pillow, a tarp to go on the bottom of the tent because sometimes the tents are worn and may have a hole or get wet. I've got my running gear, which is my hydration pack, and my trekking poles, and my bladder, and my bottles, and my chafing cream, my running pants and shorts, 6 shirts, 4 pair of shorts. I need to get a couple more shorts, and I have my 2 pair of Topo running shoes, as well as I bought these bags to pack in, so I'm able to put all of my socks and my underwear in one. I've got my gloves and my goo and my beanies and things like that, my gaiters, all of that in another. And then I have things like shorts, shirts, and then I have one for jackets and pants. And so that is pretty much all 4 of these bags are the main bags that I need during the race. I've got a drop bag. The cool thing is your suitcase that you take with you with your gear for, I get there Saturday, so Saturday night, Sunday, Monday, and then the following after the race, Sunday night and Monday when I fly home, they take that suitcase, they take it away so you can leave a bunch of stuff in there, and you really only need to put the main stuff you need for the 6 days of racing in the duffel bag. Feeling pretty good. I had to order a few things, some things I'd forgotten. I needed some new Velcro for the back of my shoes, for my gaiters. Overall, I think we're in pretty good shape. It is Wednesday morning. I'm about to head out for a run. It's about 5:15 in the morning, still dark out there. I'm gonna hit a little section down below my neighborhood. It's an industrial park, so it's a city block, so I'll go around that and then hit the streets that are inside. Not very many. I'm not really sure how many miles it's gonna be, didn't really map it. Easy run, you know, just eating well this week, getting in probably a little more calories than I have been. Just a normal day today, have work, don't really think we have too many plans tonight. Tomorrow, though, we're going to Disneyland, so it'll be a full day on the legs. And Friday will be a nice, easy day. Maybe I'll just spin or something. But let's get out there and get this run done. Whew, good run. I ran a little harder than I thought I would. Averaged 9:20s, not super hard, but just a nice good pace. Ended up 5.42 miles. The industrial park's nice because not that many cars yet because it's early and the streets are wide open. It wasn't too hilly, pretty flat overall. About 50-minute run, so feeling pretty good. The Achilles was a little bit tender when I first get moving, maybe that first half mile. Then once it warms up, feels fine. I don't feel anything until after I'll go sit down or drive to work, and then when I get out and it's stiff again. But hopefully it'll hold up for 6 days of some massive climbing. It is Thursday evening. We are just grilling. The girls are playing and making a mess of the house, but we're just hanging out tonight because tomorrow we're going to Disneyland. It is going to be an early morning, up at 5, out of the house by 6 a.m. because we have reservations on Main Street at a restaurant at 7:30. So we're actually getting in the park before the park opens. We're eating breakfast with some friends who have passes. Then we're spending the day at Disneyland. We are out on a post-dinner walk, walking off our food. Christina's hard at work preparing us for Disneyland. Every place we go is like going on a 5-day safari.
Can we have one more?
Yeah, I think you had to.
And a half hours after arriving at Disneyland, we leave. And they're asleep and we haven't even gotten out of the parking lot. And I lost rock, paper, scissors for who drives home. Well, it is Friday evening and I am in the final stages. Tomorrow I leave. I've got to get all this stuff that I have in that bag. That is the bag from the last Transrockies 5 years ago. It is the same type of bag I will have this year. So I need to go through and see what's gonna fit and what may be left behind. First things first, the most important thing I've got to bring is my sleeping stuff. After that, it's obviously clothes, but I've got to have a sleeping bag. I've got to have some sort of pillow. I'm bringing this tarp just so if there's any holes or the bottom of the tent is wet, my sleeping bag and my gear stays dry. I also have this sleeping pad to hopefully make it a little more comfortable. As you can see, this bag is really, really big. I think I could almost get inside of it. It almost could fit. Almost. All right, the next thing is all of my clothing and gear. I showed you guys the other night. These bags, which bring everything together, make it nice and tight, allow me to pack and stay organized. They just sent a message today saying it is very cold in the evenings. There will be frost on your tent, so pack warm stuff. In the bag with my racing clothes, my shorts and my shirts, I'm going to put my hydration bladder, my vest, my chafing creams, and I think my poles. Oh, it's getting heavy. Uh-oh, it's getting heavy. The other stuff I really need to get in this bag are my shoes, my drop bag, which will contain anything I want that day after the race. All right, well, I am testing out this camera. Before I put it in the bag, I'm taking my Canon EOS M50 instead of the big Panasonic, just because this is smaller, lighter, and you know, while I won't get the same slow motion 120 frames, I just feel that I'm gonna leave that here for safekeeping, and I'm gonna take this one. I think we got everything. It is in there. It is way more than I wanted to take, but the camping gear takes about half the bag, so this is it. I've got to run because we have a birthday party for my uncle tonight. The girls are gonna be home in less than an hour, so this is it for this vlog. We're done. I will see you tomorrow morning on the next episode, headed to the airport.